Hi, I'm Samantha, and I'm here to interview Cori and Diana. Cori also has received 2 doses of the Gardasil vaccination, and she wanted to share her story about how this has impacted her life and her mother's life, and I'm sure everybody else around her. So I'll go ahead and get started. When did you receive these vaccinations?
2 years ago.
September of 2007.
September of 2007. And you actually only received 2 doses. Why did you only receive the 2?
Because we then started to realize that it was making me sick.
And I give you credit for that because I didn't actually figure out it was making me sick until I had received the 3rd dose, and so it was kind of too late for me. So that's pretty good. You were very in tune to what was going on. What kind of symptoms were you having following the 2nd dose of this Gardasil?
Severe dizziness, blackout episodes, I guess maybe.
Did you actually
seizure.
faint?
She had, I think they call them tonic seizures.
Tonic seizures. Now, how did you make the connection that all these symptoms she was having was linked to the vaccination? Because honestly, it was really hard for me. I didn't figure that out until much later. So what was it for you that made you think, oh, this vaccination, that's what's going on?
I questioned after the 2nd one whether or not it was the vaccine. And I felt in my heart it was, but the doctors were all saying no.
Right.
Her neurologist, after running numerous tests, CAT scans, MRI, blood workups, everything, couldn't find anything. So he said that there was a doctor from the Mayo Clinic who was opening a study here in Colorado with Lutheran Medical Center for like hard to diagnose symptoms or diseases.
Okay.
So we saw her, and she ran a number of tests on Cori, and it came back that she had something called dysautonomia.
Dysautonomia?
Dysautonomia. It's a dysfunction of the autoimmune system.
Wow.
And also that's when they diagnosed her with orthostatic intolerance, which is the blood pressure and heart rate related issue. And she told me the best way to find out about the disorder was to search it, to Google it. It would tell me everything that I needed to know. So after I started doing my research, the first 2 things that come up are vaccinations as a cause, vaccinations and a flu or a bug that has stayed in your body.
Wow.
And the only thing that we could relate it to was her symptoms started within a 5-day period of having the Gardasil vaccination each time.
Now, you've been seeing Dr. Joe Arvay here in North Glen, and how long have you been seeing him now?
About 3.5 months.
3.5 months, okay. How have you noticed a difference since you've been seeing him, or have you noticed a difference?
I have noticed a difference. I'm able to do more stuff. I don't feel as sick anymore. I still have my ups and downs, or like my migraines or stuff like that, but for the most part I'm able to go out and do more than I used to be able to.
So how sure are you of receiving treatment here that's why you've been improving? I mean, do you notice an improvement right away after you've been adjusted? How are you able to really link that to your improved health?
Probably because
I can say, I'm just going to step in here, that we were at a loss with the medical doctors. She was misdiagnosed like 3 or 4 times. They thought she had MS, she had Meniere's disease, you name it. And for every time they diagnosed her with something, they were just adding another medication, and then she would have a side effect. So then they would give her another medication for that side effect.
Yes.
When we came to him, she was taking Abilify, Zoloft, Atenolol, Propanolol, Topamax. She was on 7 different kinds of medication.
Wow.
And she was still emotionally distraught and not stable. I was scared for her life. And
no joke. No joke.
he since seeing her in 3 months, she takes nothing. She's off of all of her medications.
That is awesome.
She is taking
That is awesome.
homeopathic supplements, but she's doing amazingly better.